Ready to rock and roll?
Yeah.
Okay.
Happy Easter, Wobbles.
Happy Easter, Scar. This is probably the weirdest Easter I've had to memory, but yeah, it's been an interesting one. But yeah, hang on, I need to actually get. But yeah, it's been I don't know. I think just because current world events have caused this to be an interestingly themed episode.
Yeah. Wasn't really planning on the Easter episode being centered around disease, but
here we are.
So do you got your tea? Oh, okay.
Yeah, dude. Just make sure we get enough sound bites in.
Really should be drinking minty tea, but okay, I just got some green tea.
Heretic. Different.
Wait, this is okay. This is a right. Thanks, share. Only the live listeners get to hear that one.
I think that might be a first from you.
I'm just creating more work for myself later when I have to censor.
Normally it's my fault, but you know. Oh boy.
That's some exclusive content.
Yes. But so yeah, this is episode 20, so it's a multiple of 10, so it's a live episode.
Right. Oh god, why did we commit to doing this?
It is weird having people like listening to you in real time. It does have this weird element to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's just the idea that 10 months from now we're going to be doing this again. I don't know if I can handle that.
We picked this, so just have to stay on this.
Are people listening and playing Overwatch at the same time? Is that what's happening?
I think so.
Incredible. Okay, so did you have any follow-up?
So we've touched briefly on the past couple episodes. Well, I guess not. Well, last episode that. Yeah,
I know we at least talked about it in the last episode.
Yeah. I don't think we knew exactly in the last episode because of how the recording worked. But yeah. But yeah, it's the whole world ending spiel is in a weird state where I don't know. It's been weird because we touched on the whole the coronavirus outbreak, and like it's almost like it's blown up, I guess, as predicted. But I don't think we weren't exactly ready.
I think if you go back and listen to the previous episode, we were saying like, oh, it's not going to be that big. I think people are overhyping this, and like, it's just gotten exponentially bigger since then, since whenever that one was recorded.
Right.
Yeah. So I think that's the common experience though with most people. Like, I don't think anyone ever expects it to be this large of a thing, but
no. But yeah, it's just been bizarre. I mean, luckily there have been some good, I like it's not getting better because it would for a bit, but it's been
slowing down.
It's been slowing down, yeah. And depending on where you are, it's being managed. That does vary widely depending on your current location. But yeah, we've had to be in like lockdown, quarantine, and reduce how much we go outside. Then Boris Johnson got it. Because he did some dumbs. But
yeah, I believe Trump did as well, but he didn't actually get it, as far as we know.
Yeah, but Boris is now, I think he's not in a intensive, like he's been able to do more stuff, but he's not gonna actually work as prime minister for another bit.
Yeah,
it's still the person he's appointed, but yeah,
as of today, he's out of the hospital, which is, this is not normally a news show, but hey, this is like the most accurate update we can give in an episode, because this is the live episode and it's gonna be published today.
Yeah. But
this is the most newsy it can get, yes.
Yes. Maximum amount of newsage. But yeah. It's a brand new episode.
Yeah, interesting thing that happened between episodes. I was actually kind of worried about this because I know we had sort of had this date locked in. Yes. And I wasn't sure if I was going to be sickly while we were recording it. And just coughing into the microphone. I have fully recovered at this point, but I did get what at least I was referring to in my head as Corona Light.
Right.
It's basically a lot of the symptoms of Corona, but I wasn't properly tested, so I don't think
no way of knowing. But
my guess is I didn't have a high enough fever for it to have actually been Corona, but it was a pretty bad cough for basically the entire time from last episode up until just a bit before recording this episode.
Right. Yeah, it's it's been a weird one.
Fortunately, it worked out. And you don't know anyone personally that has it, do you?
No, but I know someone who knows someone. So there's always that.
I think that's probably more and more people are in that situation of it's not quite high enough of a percentage to where everyone has it, or everyone knows someone, but maybe with one or two levels of removal.
Right. But then even the person I know who knows, they haven't even been in contact with them for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think I should be fine.
That's actually...
That is to say, I still do take precautions.
Yeah, of course. I've had to uproot my life pretty greatly, I have to stay inside now and not contact other humans.
Yes.
It's a complete change for me.
Mm-hmm.
But I have some interesting statistics that I sought out here. Because you hear a lot about what country has the most cases, but it's not often talked about what country has the most cases, per the percentage of people in that country.
Yeah, right.
So I found these statistics on total confirmed cases per million people.
Alrighty.
Do you have any guess? As we didn't have a quiz prepared. Probably should have had something more Easter related for this Easter special, but
yes.
But in place of a quiz, I'll have you guess what country do you think has the highest?
The highest percentage.
Yeah.
Of the
highest percentage of the population that has been confirmed.
I'm trying to remember like the countries that have it. It would probably be a country with like quite a small population, I would imagine. But then like, I know I don't know. I guess like I know.
Chat, are you guys looking this up or are you guessing?
Yeah, I'm trying to not look at chat, but like, because it could be one of these very small countries, but
chat is very accurate.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Huh.
It is based on what you were saying, but
right. Yes. I yeah. It's just one of the small countries with like, not large density, but like there's not anywhere to go.
I'm impressed. The Minters got it, like 1 and 2 in the order that they were mentioned. Number 1, San Marino. Number 2, Vatican. Do you have any further guesses, Wobbles, before chat just completely crushes you at this game? You're 2-0 right now.
I wasn't exactly prepared. Oh, St. Lucius?
Not in the top 10.
Okay. Yikes. Can't even name 10 countries, I don't think. No. I guess Luxembourg? That's a very small country.
Luxembourg is number 4.
Ah, got it. So... Ooh.
Liechtenstein is number 14.
Okay.
St. Lucia is like 104 or something, so... I'm not going to give you a point for that one, Rom.
I don't know. I don't know, because it's... Or maybe like Wales, because like they're a pretty small country.
I don't think this has statistics on the UK separately.
Oh really? Does it just have it on the UK? Okay.
Yeah.
Which is what, 88,000? No. Wait, no. I was thinking of something else. That's about... Actually, can't remember the last time I checked, but it was around 35,000 in the UK. But I am expecting that has changed.
Okay, so I'll show you the statistics in a second, but part 2 here. Of the countries that have been hit particularly bad, Italy, Spain, China, and the US, and we're throwing the UK for your home turf. Sure. Do you think you could order those 5 based on their percentage?
Based on their percentage? Well, I know. Well, Italy has population about 60 million. UK 65-ish. Spain. Actually, I have no idea what Spain is.
I have no idea what Spain is.
I have no clue. Never heard of it.
And the US is like 300 million or something like that.
350 or like 330, I think. But yeah. China 1 point something billion. So out of all those, the highest percentage. I mean, I feel like it must be Italy or Spain, because even though there are a lot of people in the US, that's still very small compared to the overall population, because like Italy and Spain have like 20% the population of the US.
Yeah.
So if I had to rank them, I guess it would just be so highest percentage, I guess it would be I guess I'll just do, because I'm not really sure on either, I'll just do Italy, Spain, then
You have US, UK, and China left.
US, and then I guess I would do then UK. I'm doing the maths right in my head, very roughly. Then US, then China. Even the UK has like a lot less cases, but still.
Yeah. Okay, you're locking that in. You got the general area, but you flipped Spain and Italy and the US and the UK. But
right.
Yeah, you good thinking with like the size of the US and the size of China, like skewing their numbers a bit. But yeah, Spain apparently has 3,350 cases per million people. Italy has 2,440. The US has 1,500. And the UK has like 1,030.
Okay. Yeah.
And China just has so many people that are like nowhere near where it happened and stuff that I guess it just is way down there. I don't even know where it is on this list.
Yeah. And China have said there aren't any more cases, which people are.
Yeah, these are also confirmed cases, so obviously the statistics could be different than reality, or almost certainly are.
Madagascar, I remember playing. They were always like the last countries you got in Plague Inc.
Or Pandemic.
Or Pandemic, which is
Yeah.
Which yeah.
We talked about that last
did. I would say
episode. Although
we also did the flash game version.
We also talked about Switzerland a bit last episode, I think.
Yeah.
Switzerland is actually between Spain and Italy here.
Oh, really?
It's right up there towards the top as far as percentage of the population.
Huh.
So, I'm guessing they didn't blow up their trains or whatever you were saying last episode that they could do to keep people out.
Oh yeah,
lock themselves down.
Yeah, I mean that is just in case of invasion, but I don't know, maybe.
Yeah.
Or they have like anti tank turrets hidden in these like chalet facades.
Yeah, but anti-tank turrets aren't very good against viruses.
I mean, maybe.
Well, I guess it depends on how willing you are to just blow up people who may or may not be infected.
Like, if you have no concern of collateral damage, or...
it could be very effective, I suppose. I don't think we've reached that level of apocalypse yet.
Rolling out, but it's It I don't think. I mean, I guess it was mapped to get this big, but I guess just no one really expected it coming. I guess, or like, well, I guess it's still surprising despite it being predicted. So
yeah.
But It's weird times.
But okay, on a lighter note, unless you have more Corona to talk about.
No more statistics or such to talk about, I don't think.
How's your Easter going?
It's been a nice day. I had a roast lunch thing. Like Sunday lunch. But
it's interesting to actually record one of these on the day. I'm so used to just being like, yeah, it's Christmas, hey, and it's like
hey,
November, and we're just recording it early.
Yeah, it is weird actually recording on the day. I've actually been very restrained on how much chocolate I eat this year. Which is, I've still eaten quite a bit, but it's not as much as usual.
I've got some jelly beans here.
I guess I got like cream eggs, which are very good.
Yeah, I think those are more popular over there. I feel like you don't see
are.
those as much in the US.
But yeah, it's, and what's quite nice is they've done everyone always is like, oh, just do them all year round, 'cause everyone likes them. Well, most people like them. I guess. Oh yeah, cream eggs. They're like chocolate eggs, but they're filled with this weird like sugary icing stuff.
I got one of those before, and I feel like it hurt my teeth because the icing was so sweet, and I wasn't expecting it.
Well, yeah. But
I don't see that as a candy like jelly beans. I could eat by the handful.
Right, yeah, cream eggs. You have like one every so often.
One a year.
One a year.
And then you go immediately to the dentist.
It's like that. What's the name of the fair? Where like they just have absurdly ridiculous food, and one of them is like deep fried butter. It's like enough calories
or like deep fried Oreos are like really popular.
Yeah, and it's like it has like enough calories to you don't have to eat again for a week. Oh, deep fried Mars bars. Yeah, I haven't actually had those. I've heard they're good, but yeah, but yeah. What I do with my cream egg is that you I kind of like not. Yeah, like wedge open the top, kind of, and then eat the insides out with a spoon. And then eat the chocolate afterwards. Because it's a way too sweet to have all together at once. But,
do you have Peeps over there?
No, we don't, actually. We don't have Peeps. Because, I've definitely heard of Peeps and stuff. They're, like, they're an Easter candy, but they
bit the head off of one.
Ah. Aren't they, like... Isn't that marshmallowy sugar?
Yeah, it's stuff? It's a marshmallow with like sugar on it.
Right. Huh.
Here's my setup here.
My basket of food is downstairs. But I don't think I would eat like that much chocolate. Because I have loads of like Malteser stuff.
I'm sorry this has become like an ASMR podcast, but this is what happens when we record on the actual day. Just imagine if we actually recorded on Thanksgiving.
I mean, you would be eating, but I would be just like...
You would just be like staring blankly.
Yeah, just be a normal Thursday for me. But,
what are you talking about? These holidays are universal. Every single holiday we picked to do this year.
Yeah. Or like, the July episode, you're landing off fireworks, and I'm just like...
Spoilers.
I mean... But yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
I can't think of any other... Like, I mean, obviously chocolate bunnies and stuff and just chocolate in general.
Yeah, like the Lindt bunnies. Lindt. But yeah. Though I do have a kind of a gross story about Easter candy.
No.
So yeah, it was like Easter, and we got loads of like presents and stuff, but we got loads of eggs. But we were we were staying in like a holiday home, and we needed to transport all of these eggs back home because like we got a lot, and like we didn't have like, and we were going like the next day, so we didn't. Well, we could have eaten them all, but it's not worth the pain that we would have to endure. So what we ended up doing was we got them out of the boxes so that they would be easier we could fit more in a bag. But someone in my family had the great idea of also putting a wash bag in there that had a bath bomb in. So the eggs were all out. Sorry, a wash bag. It's like a bag where you would put like your soap and shampoo or like toothbrush, like just like things you'd put for washing.
Yeah,
in a bag.
I had assumed that from context, but I should probably ask the questions for the American listeners.
Yeah. So yeah. And there were some bath bombs in there. But because the eggs were only in a thing of cling film, and the bag had been left open, we got back. We bit into the chocolate eggs, and it just tasted of soap. So we had so it was like 12 eggs between me and my sister, so like 6 each, but like we couldn't eat any of them because they just tasted of soap. We'd lost some good chocolate on that day, and it put me off like not like the proper chocolate, like because some of the eggs were like the cheapo supermarket ones, and that chocolate's already not that great.
But now in your mind it's associated with the taste of soap.
The taste of soap. And like bath bombs, they might smell nice. Definitely don't taste it. So you know.
I mean, I can't confirm I've never eaten a bath bomb, but I'll take your word for it.
Yes. It's not worth trying. But yeah, that was a fun Easter, a fun time for my Easter candy and sweets. Actually, I think apart from chocolate eggs, I can't really think of any other like chocolate things we like because you have like Peeps and stuff, but I don't think we really have that over here. We mainly just eat lots of chocolate.
Yeah.
Or people will have the thing they gave up for Lent.
Right, that makes sense.
Yeah. Which I can confirm I have stopped giving up Lent for Lent, which actually, wait. That... Yeah.
So now you get to Lent? Is that how that works? When everyone else is stopping, you're starting because you gave up.
I gave up giving up Lent. Wait. So
or you can't start again until next year because you gave it up this year.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if I gave up Lent, meaning I don't do anything. No.
This is where if I was editing, I would just cut this conversation off and just make a static noise, and we would just start talking about something else. Like, what do you have here? Isolation and quarantine.
So yeah, I've been off school for the past couple of weeks.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's weird that all the schools have shut down.
Yeah. And I've been going out on my permitted one exercise a day, and I've been following all the rules. Annoyingly, I've been set schoolwork and stuff, which has been fun, but it's been weird because we'll still have our school holidays during this time as well.
Right, but it feels like every day is a holiday.
Yeah, so it already felt like every day was a holiday for, I think I'll mention a bit later on, but now it feels like a double holiday because I don't have to do, like, anything at all, and, like, yeah, or it's just been weird having just absolutely nothing, because it's not like I can go anywhere either.
Right. Yeah, who would live like that? Crazy.
Yeah. Well, it I guess, yeah, not much has actually changed for me. I mean, I guess it's quite nice because I've been, like, turned and put my arm out like I was presenting it to everyone. But I'm, I have my new PC set up in my bedroom. Yeah, a new setup of my PC in my bedroom, which has been quite nice, because I could do schoolwork and stuff. So it's been quite nice because then I don't even need to leave my room other than to get food. So yeah.
Two things I'll say about the isolation and the schools shutting down and stuff. It's like one, this having no school is kind of loud water bottle.
Just
speaking of things that would be cut. Anyway.
You get to hear a very loud side of this podcast.
Yeah. I don't know why people like the idea of live podcasts or no editing for podcasts.
Yeah.
You just get a worse experience, but
yeah.
Here we are. Yeah, so I don't think the schools ever shut down when I was in school, like K through 12. I don't think they ever, like, even for a single day, were just like, no, we can't, other than like snow days, which were
right
occasional where I live, but yes, old man Scott here. When I was your age, we just went to school with our viruses. No, but I think that is telling of how big a deal the coronavirus has become, because it's like uprooting a lot of things, and
yeah,
I think most people have not experienced anything on this scale in this sort of like global way.
Yeah,
it's in their lifetime.
Yeah, it's yeah, it's really weird because then also as well, like literally, like, everything is closed as well as school. Not over here, like shops selling non-essentials or like leisure / like gathering centers.
Yeah, it's like grocery stores and pharmacies and stuff.
Right. Yeah.
Do you think people are listening to this in like 10 years from now? They're listening back to this recording and they're like, what are these guys on about?
Yeah, because like I do wonder if, like, how far along this will be of notability.
Yeah,
I feel like just because of the scale of things that have been cancelled and like the scale of the spread and everything, it probably will be remembered.
Yeah, chat seems to agree with you, but I don't know, to an extent, I think to an extent, I think people won't really get it if they didn't experience it.
Yeah, you have to be
like
there.
Like with all things like this, it's like
yeah, It is weird. Though to be fair, I think like frick, hang on, I just had a good train of thought. But
The
yeah,
Wallace
it'll be
train is
weird.
derailed.
It will be weird to look back on this just because of how much has been like cancelled. Like because over here everything has been cancelled other than funerals.
Mm-hmm.
So like that's a lot of people who have been like, oh yeah, we you know, we were gonna get married then, but I guess we've had to wait another 6 months or so. Or
Yeah. So you think like that'll make it stick around longer because everybody will.
I think so, just because
Whenever someone's talking about the Olympics, they're always gonna. From now on, they're always gonna reference like, ah, yes, except that it's every 4 years, except that one time it got delayed by a year, and like. It's just added to a list of like exceptions for any number of events.
Like a small asterisk. Though I do think it's been quite weird because loads of people got because there was already a lot of like Olympic 2020 Tokyo 2020 stuff out there, and it's funny how that's all now gonna have to be changed.
Yeah.
Like I think some people an athlete got like a tattoo because they were like really excited that they got in.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
so they're gonna have to stop. They've gonna have to get that changed. And
yeah, I think the best solution is to just do it kind of jokey and just cross out the 0 and add a 1 and make that the official logo.
Right.
I'm sure that probably the Olympic Committee or whoever isn't going to do that. They're going to like redesign it with a 1 instead of a 0.
Yeah.
But I would love it if...
Oh, wait, no, they are going to keep it 2020 apparently.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Ines.
I guess
our admin has told us it's 2020.
So I guess that does keep a uniformity in the scheme, which makes sense.
Yeah, because that would be very expensive to reprint everything and any kind of merch and stuff.
Yeah, and
I mean, manufacturing is way behind as it is right now.
Yeah, you probably.
You don't want to be like, yes, please reprint everything. We've made a mistake.
But yeah. I'm trying to think. What was the other? There was a few things that got delayed.
I think basically any convention.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say I think like the London Marathon and stuff like that have been cancelled.
Yeah. WWDC from Apple is like online instead of in person.
Huh.
It's just like so many event changes.
Yeah. It's yeah. And also just think about like after all this, how many people like babies will be born. So you just have a lot of people indoors doing nothing all day.
Well, you're really going down on that water bottle there.
I was trying to open it one-handed. It wasn't exactly flipping open.
These poor listeners don't get my editing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh god, that would be interesting. Another baby boomer generation number 2.
Yeah.
I just hope that like it's cleared up
Zoomers.
fully in 9 months and we don't have a bunch of full hospitals full of people with corona and also people trying to give birth.
Corona babies.
It just seems like a bad time to overflow the medical staff.
Yeah. It would be really bad, yeah. Yikes.
Yeah, a lot of home births or something, if that was the case.
Probably. But, yeah. Yeah. It is weird, especially with, as well, like, loads of, like, the canals in Venice have cleared up, and since everyone's indoors, or, pollution levels in China have dropped because no one's, going around, like, yeah. And I think, like, in Cape Town they had issues with gang violence, but then for this time the gangs have had a truce and they're like delivering food out.
Oh, that's
like,
nice.
Oh, well, yeah. It's like, oh wow, society's been really great. When, you know, there's been a pandemic, which is a bit weird, but like it's, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And there's all those things like, oh, it's like, what if we were the virus? Like, yes, we have been aware of this fact for quite a while. No one is surprised that this is happening, really. It's like, if humans aren't around, things are probably, not gonna be as... Yeah. Things are gonna work out better for the environment.
Not to derail, but kind of to derail. Do you like licorice jelly beans?
Yeah. I mean, I haven't really had them, but...
Wait, have you never had jelly beans?
No, as in I haven't had licorice jelly beans. Oh, wait, hang on.
It's just the black ones they usually come with. You only get fruit ones.
Yeah, basically, in the jelly beans we have, or the, like, well, no, yeah, of course you have licorice jelly beans, but like, the normal jelly beans I have don't have, like, licorice ones come, so I think you get those separate, I think, or in fancy brands, but, yeah.
Mm.
But no, I think I quite like licorice jelly beans. I think, yeah, they're mainly fruit, but I mean, they all taste like sugar anyway, so.
Yeah. Yeah, the other thing I was going to say before we get too far from it and everyone complains that I said I had two things. The other thing I was going to say, you were talking about walks and or your one allotted outdoor exercise, whatever, however it's worded in the UK.
State mandated exercise.
It's strange because I more or less haven't changed my routine at all since all this started. Right. I was already going for walks semi-regularly just to get outside for the day and do some exercise.
I mean, I feel like I've been going on way longer walks because I know I haven't been lately because the weather's been quite hot, and I take my dog and he gets very, very hot because he's got a black coat and runs around a lot. But yeah, I've been on some quite long walks where I've kind of just gone out of my village and then walked around in a big circle and then went back home.
Yeah. Well, I think that's similar to a lot of people, and you probably didn't go on walks as much before, or at least not as long.
I mean, yeah, because I went on like walks, but like they were 10 to 20 minute ones where I just walk down the road, wait for my dog to poo, then go back home, wait for him to do whatever he needs to do, and then
right, yeah.
But yeah.
I've noticed there's always like a lot more people out now walking around.
Yeah, some farmers have been like in my area, they've been quite like annoyed because there are more walkers, but there's also people who don't know the footpaths that well. So they've just been like trespassing and like going onto land they shouldn't be going on. Because there's just a lot more people going around nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
So it's it's a bit weird how like, because like some of the walks I went on like before the whole lockdown thing, I would never see another person. But now I see like 3 to 5 people like a walk now.
Mm-hmm.
Just slightly annoying because you do like this you do this awkward shuffle where you have to keep apart. But then I always try to like acknowledge the person, to be like, oh, hello. I'm not like avoiding you because I think you're gross.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Yeah, I do the opposite of that.
Yeah.
I'm like, just so you know, I'm not social distancing. I just think you're gross. No.
But yeah, it's
yeah, it's in the chat here, AG saying, I can't leave the house, the police is down there. Yeah, I think we might have it a more relaxed situation than perhaps what's going on in India.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there are police cars patrolling, and like I've seen officers like go into parks and stuff to make sure there's like no one.
Mm-hmm. I've seen the occasional one walking around the grocery stores whenever I go in there. Grocery stores, speaking of, a very little toilet paper or paper goods just in general.
Luckily, we were able to. Well, we're normally quite stocked up on toilet roll anyway, so.
Right. I think most people are, like, I feel like if no one just changed their buying habits at all, it'd be fine, you know?
It'd be fine, yeah.
But people just panic.
Yeah.
I'm sure the media hasn't helped with that.
Because we've had to, my family's had to, like, not, well, I guess kind of second-hand panic buy.
Mm-hmm.
Because we've had to like get food just in case we have to stay home, but then all of the food is gone because people are buying it all up for some reason.
Right.
Because we have lots of food that would be able to sustain us if we have to stay completely indoors. And have to go like not even like leave the house at all. So yeah, we have that.
Yeah, I feel like we
But
pretty much already
got,
had
like,
that though.
A pyramid of bread. Yeah, it's weird.
I think that's a normal thing. Although I don't know,
Yeah.
I also hear that like maybe Americans do that more than Europeans, because we just like have a stockpile,
right,
instead of buying like fresh stuff. But
yeah, it is weird though, because we made sure to what we mainly did is just get more canned food than fresh food.
Mm-hmm.
And stuff that can last longer.
Yeah.
Which has been weird because people have also been like panic buying like fresh food. It's like, unless you have a very big freezer or fridge, you should.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think the people who are panic buying are really thinking it through that much.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of like, there's just a lot of like bread and eggs and things like that are scarce, and it's like, that's not, if you're trying to stock up for the apocalypse, you gotta get some canned food and some peanut butter and stuff, like, of which there doesn't seem to be a scarcity of, which tells me that like, the people who are panic buying aren't necessarily thinking it through that much.
They're just like, Um,
But I think the paper goods is the only one where there's like a real problem. Like we've had a lot
and
of
hand sanitizer.
yeah, and cleaning supplies. Yeah,
Yeah,
good point.
but
Like most of the other foods, it seems like sometimes the brand you want isn't there, or like maybe like the specific variety that you're looking for isn't there, but there's usually some alternative on the shelf of some sort.
yeah,
Whereas like in some cases I've been in stores where the entire like toilet paper aisle is just like barren, and it's like go somewhere else.
yeah.
Have you seen people wearing masks at all? I don't know how much you've
No,
been
actually,
outside.
I don't. No, I think just because I don't live in a large like a place of like a high population enough with like a high enough population density.
I've seen in grocery stores, I've seen both like handmade improvised masks and
Yeah.
actual like medical masks.
Huh.
But also I've seen a lot of people that aren't wearing anything.
Yeah.
I
It is
haven't
weird.
been, although I probably should, because I did have a cough.
Yes.
I just didn't have one.
But I know someone who was like buying up. They were buying up loads of like, paper material and fabric to build their own face masks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But I was like, unless they only work if they're like on you, like stuck, like properly molded to your face, and like
yeah.
and like also like basic like kitchen roll or like general paper goods or like fabric isn't designed to have the small fine holes that things can't get. Well, it's mainly to stop things from getting out anyway.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
Stop things.
it would probably be better than nothing, though. But
Yeah, but just
yeah, I don't know how effective all the improvised masks are. I did find this advertisement though, and I just have to share this because, well, you'll see. Did you get it?
Oh yeah. Stylish face card.
Yeah.
I mean,
not a spawn, new chic. These are some fashionable face masks here.
yeah. It's like those guards they have on like public like cafeterias.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean,
me and the boys
attempt.
at the beach. Yes. Thank you, boat.
Thank you. Yeah. But it's like I think I've seen some like people like they put like a plastic bag around their head and then poked like some holes or something, or
that seems like a faster way to die than just catching the coronavirus.
yeah. Basically, or like
that's like the people who are trying to cleanse themselves by drinking bleach, like
yeah, or it's like those like 2-gallon 6-liter water bottle those big water bottles you get for those dispensers, and like someone had like cut a hole out and then put it on their head. But yeah, it's it is a bit weird. Or like there's been I think I saw one thing where someone had like a tree or something in a backpack, and then they had a breathing tube. I was like, well, that might be a bit too far. But yeah, it's it is crazy the things people have done for face masks and stuff.
They look like they could be in Animal Crossing. Well, if you're an eagle-eyed minter, you may notice that based on the background around that advertisement, when I took that screenshot, I may or may not have been on a Animal Crossing wiki.
It's suggested ads.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's been this whole thing, well, like, obviously about washing hands. But I'm just kind of, like, surprised in, like, this weird, like, gross way that just a lot of people didn't know how to wash their hands properly. Or, like, wouldn't wash their hands. So, I don't know, it just kind of surprised me that people are like, oh man, I can't believe I have to wash my hands for 20 seconds. And it's like, well, you should have been washing your hands for, like, around that time anyway.
Oh,
it's not like,
yeah.
And, or like, before the school ended, it's just weird that, like, before you would see, like, no one wash it, or, I saw a lot of people that just wouldn't wash their hands. And, like, it was kind of funny after, like, they were told about, the virus and stuff, everyone started washing their hands properly. It was like, well,
Yeah.
It feels like it was quite quickly to see what the issue was in how a disease spread if this is how people are acting.
I wonder how much, like, the water usage will go up from people actually washing their hands.
Yeah.
And be like, yeah, it should probably be like this all the time. It's just people.
Yeah. People haven't been doing it properly at all, ever. It's like, oh, that's kind of gross. And also, like, yeah. Though I wonder if, as well, hand lotion will go up just because of how dry your hands will be after washing them so much.
Yeah.
Especially with, like, hand sanitizer, which really dries out your skin. Because, soap you can wash off.
Aren't most
dry properly.
hand sanitizers, like, antibacterial?
Yeah.
So
but if they're above 60% alcohol, you should be fine.
Okay.
Though some people have been buying up loads of they bought up loads of antibacterial
wipes and stuff.
Hand sanitizer that wasn't properly. There wasn't, like, an actual that wouldn't have actually done anything because it's antibiotic.
Right. That's what I was asking, because I keep hearing things about hand sanitizer, and I'm just thinking, like, does that even do anything against a virus? Like,
yeah. So it has just
So it would just be the alcohol level.
The alcohol level, or if it's similar to soap, where it can break down the fatty layer. But,
I mean, I guess it's good that, like, people are scrubbing their hands off more, but it's just... Yeah, if it's specifically says all over it, like, kills bacteria, and then people are like, oh, I better buy that.
There was a guy that got, like, 17,000 bottles of hand sanitizer and tried to sell it off, but then I think he was stopped by is it the FCC? Whoever's in charge of, like, trade and stuff, and they were like, no, you can't do that because it's, like, a necessity and stuff. So I guess it is quite good that people haven't been able to capitalize off the whole of COVID-19, but it's
yeah. I mean, if you want to make money off of COVID-19, just, like, buy airline stock. Like, it's gonna go back up eventually. We're not gonna just stop traveling.
Yeah, buy low, sell, buy very, very low, and then sell high.
Yeah, you don't need to be, like, doing a secondhand market of toilet paper and antibacterial to make money off of something like this. But
yeah, it feels like,
I don't know. That's just my thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, should we talk about Animal Crossing? You don't have Animal Crossing, do you?
No, I have been. Well, like I say, yeah, I guess I've been meaning to. Um,
Or should we
I
wait
want to
and
play at some point. Um,
is there anything we need to talk about before we just dive into our video game?
um, well, there are two other things here. Oh right, yeah. It's been quite funny. So I've been, because of school and stuff. I've been working, um, doing schoolwork from home. But it's really weird because I'll finish all of my work within like a lot quicker than I would a school day. Like I guess I'm starting earlier, but I'll still finish um all of my work a lot quicker, which I just think is quite funny. I think it's mainly just because you realize how much of school is like just like walking around or waiting for a lesson to begin, or like the teacher talking to you, or if we have break times and lunch breaks and stuff. If you cut all of that away, school is like a lot quicker.
Right. And it does make me wonder, like, I think we talked about this. I wonder how much of this will stick, or like some people are ordering things from home more, or doing their banking online and things like that wouldn't have done that in the past,
or like working from home and stuff.
Or working from home. Yeah, I don't know. It makes me wonder if like this will be a common option in the future for going to school. Like you can still go to your public school or whatever school that offers it, but you can opt in to like do your school from home.
Right. Yeah.
Because that would also save a lot probably on schools in growing communities where they're always like having to build new buildings just to deal with the number of students.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I wonder if this will jumpstart any sort of changes like that.
Some educational revolution. But
because I could see it like you're saying, like it takes you a lot less time to do everything. I could see a lot of people enjoying that more.
Yeah, definitely. And people being like, "Oh, hey, this is actually like way more convenient than the other thing."
Mm-hmm. I would guess there's definitely some people. Actually, I know some people who have complained about the way their online system works and everything. I really wish they could just go back to normal.
Yeah.
So I don't think it would go away completely, but
yeah.
Yeah. But you've been liking it okay, working from home?
Yeah, it's been good. I've been weirdly productive. I guess because I've just been able to be like, well, I'm just gonna get up and then I make myself some coffee and then I'll just like sit down and then do it for a bit, and then it's weird.
Yeah.
Also just because like with school, like the whole finishing thing is a bit more, I guess, like ceremonious, I suppose. So like, you know, like you finish school and then you have to like travel home and do stuff and like homework. And then for me, I would just be like, finish writing something, and then I would just look on the website and be like, oh, okay, that's it. And then I would just open up a new tab and then watch YouTube. And I was like, oh, okay, that's it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been weird being able to work from home.
A lot less like wasted time, I guess, in between things.
Yeah, though it is kind of annoying because of like um some of my friends I'm not able to see just because like so, like the people that go to my school are from like a wide area. So it's annoying that like yeah, there's some people I won't get to see for a while.
Mm-hmm.
But just because of how everyone's locationed and stuff. But
Well, that's another element that we might see some lasting change in, of like people I think are being forced to learn how to like socialize from a distance.
do what we do every day.
Right.
Yeah, like we had um like we had like a yeah, it was yeah, there was a birthday in my family, so we had a party on Zoom,
Mm-hmm.
and we did Jackbox games, and we were able to like stream it on Zoom and stuff.
Right. And how often has your family used Zoom and played Jackbox games together?
So it's the first time we played a game, but like we have been doing Zoom calls like every week or so.
Mm-hmm.
um, that has been nice.
Since
Being able to
before
just,
this, though?
before like I guess we would do a family call and stuff. We would do like a video call on like Christmas or well Easter or like um a holiday or
Right.
like event or something. But now we're just doing it because like everyone's got nothing to do. Like, oh, I guess we could talk to the family.
Yeah. So now you're doing it like weekly.
Yeah.
And this is your Easter call.
Yeah. This is this is the Easter call, even though only 2 participants are talking. But you know.
I'm the most important and something. So I guess the only thing we have left here in our general section is to touch back on our New Year's goals.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't
feel.
I think we both
Yeah.
actually said we're gonna try and find jobs for the new year.
Yeah. That's not exactly, but
Yeah, I thought about applying, but then I realized no one would want to be hiring people right now.
Also, I was gonna do because our schools do work experience around like in 2 months, and I was looking forward to that, but that's been delayed now as well. So that's been weird. So yeah, I guess it has been weird that we've been one of our resolutions has just been like completely made like impossible, pretty much. But yeah. Other thing was reading.
Yeah. Also, with that cough, it would have been.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Probably would have been pretty bad to
go to an interview just like
show up to an interview.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. So yeah, it's gonna be a tricky time to try to get a job now, but yeah, reading. I haven't actually done that good of a job, even though you would think I would have a lot of time. I feel like yeah, I probably should like get an actual well, I guess I do have more of a routine, because of it's been quite nice actually. I've been like going to bed and like waking up at a more on a more consistent schedule these past couple of weeks than like when I was at school and had to be awake and be asleep at those times.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been quite interesting. But yeah, I probably should start getting some reading into my daily schedule. But yeah, how have you been with reading?
Oh, okay. Well, I've actually improved a lot. I've for the past several days, weeks, I don't know. I've been trying to read daily. What is time?
You have no concept of time.
This is
following.
There's one thing you take away from listening to this podcast with me. It's that I have no concept of time.
You just look at a clock and it's just like a garbled mess to you. You've like, what am I meant to do with this?
Yeah. I don't know how to read clocks. I don't know how to read. I don't know what time is. Yeah. So I've almost completed 2 towers. I expect to within the week finish.
Yeah.
2 towers, which would be, since my goal that I set in the New Year's episode was 12 books for 12 months, and it's currently April. I should have read 4 books. I started with the 2 towers, which I technically am counting as 2 books.
One for each tower?
One for each tower. Also because it's split up into 2 books. If you get about halfway through the book, it's like, yes, the next book.
Yeah.
But one for each tower. So anyway, that's 2. And it's April, which is the 4th month, so I am exactly 50% of. I'm on track to make my half of my goal, which is not great, but
yeah, I feel like
it could be worse. There's 50% wiggle room there of how much worse it could have been.
Half full, half empty.
Yeah, I like to think of this 50% New Year's resolution.
I haven't read. Well, there's 50% of books I have read.
Yeah, but the pace that I'm setting since I've started picking up daily again, I've set this pace with the intention of maybe catching up to my goal by June. So I'm 50% at the moment, but I think by the time the year is halfway done, I'll be halfway done with the goal.
Right.
Which would be 100%. Hopefully.
Yes.
But here I am on record. So we'll follow this up in June.
Right.
I
mean, I have made a list of books I want to read.
Yeah, I haven't even locked in what books I'm gonna read after. It just.
Yeah, I don't actually have an order. I just like have them at the ready.
Mm-hmm.
But
you have your stack. You've talked about this before.
Yeah, the stack. I have moved the stack, but I haven't put it on. I've put it on the bookshelf that's like right next to my desk.
Mm-hmm.
So every time I kind of look over, I'm like a constant reminder of what I need to read.
Yeah.
And then I always keep my book on my bed, which is actually currently under a sea of random items. But
and if the stack gets too big, and you don't like read stuff and remove it from the stack, then it's gonna
get crushed by the pile.
Yeah, it's gonna collapse on top of you with the bookshelf and just.
Right. Yeah. I actually have like it's actually like hooked up to there's an anti-tank mine underneath. So if it gets too heavy, it'll trigger.
I hear those are good against the coronavirus. I don't know if that's been tested.
I don't know. Maybe if I'm being swarmed by the infected, I might be able to just throw a bunch of books on it.
But yeah, Okay. Shall we
But
get on with the gaming?
yes, the gaming section. Yeah, it's um
Well, there's one game that everyone has been playing. Um, and then there's whatever you've been playing, Wobbles.
so we could just do whatever I guess what have I been playing? I guess I decided I got kind of bored, so I replayed the Half-Life games. Mainly also because Half-Life Alyx came out, and I was in the mood to play Half-Life again. I played Jackbox with my family. I think Pack 3, which is that's a good one.
Yes, that is one of the better ones.
Yeah, there's TKO and Trivia Murder Party and Quiplash 2. And then there is Gaspionage, which is pretty good as well. And yes, I can't remember the I don't know, I can't remember exactly what what other ones were on there. But yeah, it's been weird having a lot more time to play games and stuff.
I'm just waiting for you to get to what you've written here in our notes. Is this just a very specific way of saying Animal Crossing, or what is it?
yeah I don't know. Yeah, it's that what I put there is a very, very specific
running over animals in a brand new way, sideways.
Yeah.
Why have you written this in our document?
Well, because I knew we were going to talk about Animal Crossing. But
okay. So this is not some other game that you've been playing with yourself?
No. No.
You've gotten so bored because of the quarantine, you've gone out and
started writing about animals. But
only if you're drifting. That's the tricky part.
Yeah. So yes. No, I haven't been able to play Animal Crossing because I think I could definitely buy it. I just haven't had I'm saving up for a new PC. I'm trying to not, even though I think definitely it probably would be a worthwhile investment, especially considering Animal Crossing is quite a long form game.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, I don't know who's listening to this that doesn't know what Animal Crossing is, but like, you know, it's a game. You have a little town and there's little animal villagers and you take care of them, and the best one is Eunice. And those are all the things that you need to know about Animal Crossing.
Nice. Yeah, basically. So yeah, I haven't been able to play that yet, but something
you did play.
You have been.
You did start the free mobile game though, right?
Oh, yeah, Pocket Camp. Yeah, I installed that after being berated.
Mm-hmm. Have you gone back to it at all, or no?
No, I don't think so.
And that's fair.
But yeah, it yeah.
It's not my favorite Animal Crossing game because it leans into a lot of the mobile game sort of tactics,
tropes,
yeah,
and stuff.
Which makes it a successful mobile game, but doesn't make it a
fun mobile game.
It doesn't make it a very fun Animal Crossing game, I'll say.
No, right, yeah,
for me, but doesn't mean I didn't play it a little bit more with all the hype that's going on.
Right, yeah.
I crafted myself a mask, and here you can see me social distancing because there's no way to talk to your villagers remotely. So
Wait, is that 2 meters?
I guess gotta stay away from Apollo there, as much as he wants to talk to me.
And Goldie.
Mm-hmm.
Is that?
That is Goldie, yeah.
Yeah. Apollo. I was gonna say, is that 2 meters away though, or 6 foot?
6 feet. Yeah. Well, if you assume that people are like maybe 6 feet tall, and then you
If you do
lay him
pixel
down,
measurements.
yeah, might be a little close there. Might have to back up.
Yeah, I think Apollo needs to. I mean, it looks like he's been standing there for so long. The grass hasn't grown around his feet.
Yeah, he's quarantined himself, but he's outside. But he's just
He's like everyone went into lockdown whilst he was like in the middle of the woods, and I was like, oh,
yeah.
heck.
He's like, I was just stay here. He's still standing there to this day. Yes.
Yeah. But
maybe that's what he wanted to talk to me about, but we just will never know.
It's like someone calls you over, and it's like, oh hey, could you back up? It's like, wait, what? Oh, he was like,
could you get help? My feet are glued to the ground.
Could do with some toilet roll as well.
No, sorry. You can only talk to villagers if you're directly in front of them, so.
Yep. It's weird how the air is denser, so no. Oh no, there is no the air is thinner, so sound travels less less further?
Less far?
Sure.
What are you saying?
The air in the Animal Crossing universe is thinner, so
oh yes.
the sound travels shorter, so you have to be like.
So you have to be closer, right?
Face.
Well, if it was a decent game, actually, I might get yelled out for this, but because I don't know Pocket Camp well enough to know if this exists, but I don't think there's any way in Pocket Camp to mail letters directly to villagers. Okay, good. I was not wrong about that.
Our Pocket Camp officiary.
Yes, Surefire is our our Pocket Camp official. But yeah, if it was a more normal Animal Crossing game, I would just mail him a letter, be like, "Hey, sorry I can't talk right now, but
that's just how it is.
We got to keep our distance." But sadly, there's no way to do that. Okay, but actually, the game that people care about more, New Horizons.
Yes.
I have been playing it. I think every day since it came out.
Oh.
But not. I've been playing it sort of relaxed. I'm not nearly as far as I'm sure a lot of people, especially if they're filthy cheaters who are time traveling. But I have been recording lots of little snippets as I've been playing it using the built-in record function on the Switch.
Oh, nice.
And my plan was to I basically had planned this over a year ago because it was supposed to come out March of last year.
Yeah.
But my plan was that to get it on release day and then come out with a short video every day, basically just with what... yes, it was supposed to come out a year ago, and they weren't quite finished with it, and so they pushed the release date back.
Yeah.
Which I respect Nintendo not putting out an unfinished game. A lot of companies we don't need to like name names here, but a lot of companies have put out very raw games and then tried to fix them after the fact with updates.
Yeah.
Um, but I think also it was pushed back an entire year, probably when it didn't need to be, because I think they were very intentional with the date they picked for Animal Crossing, since it uses real time. I think they
Yeah.
wanted it to come out in March and have enough time for people to get their town together, and then uh, hit them with the Easter event. And
Yeah.
like spring is a very good like. I feel like it's a sort of core like what you think of with Animal Crossing, like running around catching insects and stuff. Um,
Right. Yeah.
like I'm sure they probably could have just pushed it back to December and had it be like a Christmas release, but it would have been kind of strange to get the game and be like, oh yeah, there's like snow and snowmen and stuff. It doesn't feel like as core to the Animal Crossing idea.
Right.
Um, but yeah, so I didn't come out with a video like I was, or I haven't come out with any videos yet, but I have been
Right.
recording.
Okay.
While we have a live audience here, I actually am kind of curious if anyone would even watch a Animal Crossing video if I came out with.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Well, I might try
the
and
people have spoken.
I guess so. Now I have to do it, right?
Yeah. Next episode.
Um,
Yeah, you said it. You said it now, and you can't edit it out.
another thing I did a bit between episodes was actually stream older games on Discord.
Right.
And I was kind of surprised by like the level of engagement with people just in Discord chats.
Yeah.
Two I streamed for a bit recently. It was the original Legend of Zelda and Ape Escape, which was like a PlayStation game I grew up with.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know anything about Ape Escape. It's got monkeys.
I've
Or
heard of it. I know it was like
apes,
one
I
of the
assume.
games. Like one of the first games to use the dual stick
The
gameplay.
dual analog sticks. Yeah.
Yeah, dual analog sticks.
On the
Using the DualShock.
yeah, on the first PlayStation.
Yeah. It is weird to think there was a point where they just didn't have them. I had
Yeah, I
original PlayStation growing up, but I think we had DualShocks. I don't
Mhm.
remember not having
yeah,
joysticks.
I got the PlayStation with the dual shocks or the
But
dual thumbsticks.
yeah, I never played Ape Escape.
It's a very good game.
Yeah.
It, I feel like it's use of different gadgets to like get you to different parts of the map. It's hard to think of like a game that's done that well. It's like you see it in Zelda a lot of like, oh, you get a glider and then you can glide and you get a thing and then it lets you move like boulders or whatever. But I think Ape Escape did it actually very well.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, less about the actual game itself and more just the concept of streaming on Discord.
Yeah. I guess it's.
I know I've thought about like streaming more on platforms like Twitch, and I think you've at least talked about like recording Let's Plays.
Yeah, and I have streamed a couple of games for on Discord.
But
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I was gonna say is like, uh, I'm sure like big streamers, especially like uh, Twitch is always going to be the platform for them. But
Yeah.
I I kind of enjoy the Discord streaming experience more.
Yeah.
I feel like it's
I
easier to get engagement with people,
yeah, because I 'cause
and it's less
I
work to
used
set up.
to yeah, because like I used to watch this a small streamer,
Hmm.
and like watching small streamers, it feels like it's way better. um, because sometimes you could actually like join in on them and stuff in the game, which is pretty cool. But also like yeah, like I feel I don't really like watching big streamers just because of the lack of engagement.
Hmm.
It's like, well, if it's just that point and like there's like a million people typing in chat, I may as well just watch a video later on. um, but yeah, it's quite nice. Yeah, yeah, playing on a smaller scale audience because then like um especially like on Discord where people can like talk to you about the game and stuff whilst you're playing it
Hmm.
and like ask you questions um in real time instead of like glancing over at a chat every so often.
Yeah.
Um, and like with Twitch having like sometimes having a delay or like quite a big delay depending on like how cruddy your internet is. Um, so yeah, it yeah, I
Yeah,
can imagine it's a lot better.
I guess like part of streaming just conceptually, it's like it synthesizes the experience of being in a room with someone who's playing a video game and watching them play and like making comments and stuff.
Yeah,
Um, and it's just like that on a large scale for lots of people. But I think, yeah, I think doing like the simple little streams in Discord is even more accurate um, replication of that sort of feeling of just like being at a friend's house and sitting around a TV and playing some video games.
yeah, right.
So
And
I don't know. I think I might do that more. Might be,
yeah, that'd be cool.
yeah, might be fun to do like a entire like playthrough of a game or something with
Yeah,
the same people like
right. Yeah,
helping out with picking where to go and stuff.
yeah. It'd be like a really. I guess it'd be like just a one-player D&D campaign, where
Hmm.
uh, yeah, but like everyone's watching and the dice rolling is happening somewhere else. So maybe not, but yeah, it'd be like a yeah, maybe it'd be like I guess a more personal experience.
Hmm.
I feel like
I think
yeah, I
there's a
said
lot of
before.
games that like some games like a Mario Party or Mario Kart or something like that. It's like, yeah, okay, you want to have
You
multiplayer,
want to play it, yeah,
yeah,
but
but
if it's
like a Final
um
Fantasy or something, I could easily see just one person playing it and like a couple other people watching and getting pretty much the same experience.
yeah, yeah, and yeah, I but I've because I've said before, as soon as I get a better PC, I'll start recording and um actually maybe live streaming. I don't know, like yeah, do something similar to what you're doing, um, but just because um of hardware slash yeah hardware limitations, it's been quite tricky, um, because unless you're I guess like actually I could run a virtual machine, but yeah, I don't know. It yeah. It's weird watching someone play a game as well, Um, especially like considering how the whole thing of the medium is like the interactivity and the uh being able to do what you personally the player wants.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously, like I get it's quite like it's weird because I do watch a lot of like YouTube Let's Plays, but it's like, well, I have like sometimes just like, why am I watching this? Why do I find this like
Why
entertaining?
is this something I enjoy? Yeah.
What, I could just like buy the game myself. What is? But yeah, it is a bit weird, but yeah, um,
Well, I think it's
yeah.
just fun to watch someone else interact with
Yes.
things and make the choices, and it's like you don't necessarily have to do it yourself. But
Right.
I think that's about it as far as what I've got for gaming. Did you have anything else?
Um, not not really. No. Um, oh, people ask about AOE.
Yeah, yeah. Age of Empires 2. That's a good point. I have played quite a bit of that. As I think I
Yeah.
mentioned last time, I was watching or I was getting ready to watch a big tournament when we recorded last time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that sparked playing a bit more, but I almost didn't think of it because that's just that's a little bit like Magic the Gathering. It's like it's just something that I've been playing for so long that I don't think of it as like
Like the thing you do.
Mhm. I
Right.
mean, I've been playing Animal Crossing, I guess, a long time too, but I it's more off and on, and obviously a lot of people are into the new one.
Right. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, and it's been a while since an Animal Crossing game has come out. Which, to be fair, it's been even longer since an Age of Empires game has come out. But
can we have a 20-minute Viper spiel that'll get cut? Well, I don't think anything's really going to get cut because this is the live episode, you know. But I will say the spoilers maybe for Hidden Cup 3. You've been warned. The the final match of that was ridiculous. Like Wobbles, to explain to you, the best Age of Empires player in the world, I guess, by statistics.
yeah, because I remember I was watching it with you and was like trying to,
Yeah, trying to parse what's happening without really knowing the game that well.
yeah,
The Viper is the name of this player he's very good at like quick, like micromanagement of like units, and you move them around and dodge people's attacks and stuff.
right, yeah,
Yeah, that's like a like a lot of esports. That's the part of the game that takes the quick reaction time and the clicks and the
yeah,
the thing that um, can actually make esports sort of a young man's
viable,
game,
yeah,
if that makes sense.
right,
Because that's actually like the physical requirement. But
yes,
anyway, he's the best player. Is very known for that, known for being good at that, and
right,
pretty much the Hidden Cup, they had hidden identities, so you didn't know who was who, and pretty much the entire tournament up until the final match, this player with this hidden identity had been doing sort of a mediocre job of that, and just kind of scraping by. And then
right,
in the final match, it's best of 7, I think it was, and he just did like 4-0, and like it's like he was holding back. He was only using 20% of his power or whatever.
Right.
It was very ridiculous to watch. It was like not even close. Yeah, that was fun.
Right. Huh.
Is there any other Q&A here? Since since we didn't have a quiz, you guys can just ask us.
Yeah. Ooh.
Unrelated listener question: do you do any sport outside currently?
Not currently, because of big because of COVID-19. But you know, I have done. I don't know. I think we've talked about that. We've done. We have been involved in sport before. Um.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Like I'll play football or basketball and stuff at school.
I've done very little sport outside of like the playground, which is quite a ways back. But
Yeah.
um, yeah, I don't know. As we talked about, we go for walks, so I guess that's mostly no. I think would be the answer to your question there.
Yeah.
Favorite
I have
reptile though.
Ooh.
Um, maybe a Komodo dragon. That seems like a nice, easy one.
Yeah.
It's not something I've thought about before, and I'm very particular about like choosing favorites or ranking like my top things. So like
Top of it, yeah.
if I was to do this properly, I would have a list of all the reptiles and I would like go through them individually and try and figure out which ones are in the top tier and then sort of run them in against each other one-on-one in my head until I figure out which one's the favorite. But short of doing that, I'll just say Komodo dragon.
Though to be fair, if you try to, the thing with a Komodo dragon is like its only other predator is itself.
Right, that's pretty. I was gonna say a word and I'm not gonna say it. That's pretty awesome.
That that is very cool. But yeah.
Yes, like it's metal AF. What does the A and the F stand for? I don't know. That's for you to find out.
And I don't know.
I think. Do we miss any questions? What about inside sports? How do you edit podcast? Is bird spotting a sport? I mean, the definition of sport is that could be quite the discussion because there's people who think chess is a sport, people who think poker is a sport.
Like darts is a sport,
and then esports are sports. I think there's two trains of thought here. Either a sport has to involve physical activity, or a sport is more about the competition and the brackets and the statistics. In which case, if you did competitive bird spotting, I suppose could be a sport.
Yeah.
But then by that definition, then something like hiking probably wouldn't be a sport.
Yeah, maybe not.
So, perhaps a debate for another time.
Yeah.
Is cooking a sport? Well, they have competitions,
Yeah.
but I'm not sure if there is a league. I think that's the
Um.
important thing. Is like
Yeah. If there's like an international committee backed with lots of money.
there has to be some sort of tournament. I think.
Right. With like some kind of official presence.
I guess it could just
Some
be
kind of like,
individual matches. You know. Hmm.
yeah, maybe.
Um. Well, this is derailed.
Yeah. I think I think
Um. So I don't know if you saw our calendar.
I mean I've looked over it, but
I had forgotten, but apparently we're taking May off.
oh.
Uh,
I
so,
mean, yeah, oh. I mean, wait, hang on, how do you say oh?
Past Wobbles and Ska had planned this.
Yes, apparently we have.
So hopefully everything clears up and we'll have much more to talk about in June.
Yeah.
See you, mentors.
Yeah, see ya.
Yes, it seems like the bot's not working. So that'll be for editing Ska to deal with.
Oh. Sure thing. maybe for the live people I could play us out.
Yeah.
Ooh. I'm trying to remember how to play the ending theme.
It's like do.
Well, this is raw, authentic music that's happening. Ooh. Ah.
Isn't that the opening?
Huh?
Was that the opening or the ending?
No, that was the ending. Well, it goes on a bit long. I think it's like. Because I remember. Because then it has the.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Sound.
Yep, that's it.
Or it can always do the. Oh, wait.
Oh no, we're starting another episode. Oh god, no.
Just keep on going forever.
So it's June.
Wow, man, that was time flies.
I did not expect all that with the coronavirus to happen. That's
Yeah, just.
whew. It just really ramped up in that last month.
Yeah,
I'm glad it's over.
and that thing that happened.
Oh, with that guy?
Yeah,
Yeah, what's his name? In the British Parliament. What's it? Yeah, oh, that was crazy. It was wild.
Oh, the one with the hair. He's got the face that the one with the mouth. You know.
I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah. I mean, like,
We'll put him in the show notes.
Yeah.